We back. We back. We back. We back. We back. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. We are back. Let's first talk about last series. We had Cavs being the Pistons. You know, I think I said that the Cavs. I think I said that the Pistons would win. Honestly, if everyone else showed up. If you look at the last, if you look at Game 6, the Game 6, the Pistons came out to play. You know, and they played great. Game 7 though, stunk it up. I mean, my goodness, they stunk it up in Game 7, man. It's like, did y'all even come to win? Did y'all come to win, huh? No, they didn't. They didn't come to win, and they lost, and they got beat up. Spurs versus Wolves. It was more so a blowout, really. The Wolves did eventually come back. They were down at 29 by 1 point at one point. Did get it down to 13 at one point, but they didn't help them. Moving on. Game 1 of Knicks and Cavs, the 22-point lead of Doom and motherfucking despair, my nigga. Holy shit. A double-digit lead of Doom and despair. How do you blow a 22-point lead? Like, I know it happens I know it happens a lot. Like, oh, you have a big lead. Oh, you blow the lead. Honestly, it happens. Like every time it happens, I'm like, how do you let this happen? You know what I mean? It's like what are we doing? Like, how do teams continue? It's like, oh, we've got a 20-point lead. Let's take our foot off the gas pedal. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Okay, I can't wait. But I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Wink, wink. It's totally not like we're gonna, just take our foot off the gas pedal and just stop playing hard for the whole fourth quarter. Wink, wink. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. Nah. Come on now. They're down now. They're down 20. And then they come back and all of a sudden I say, oh, crap. They came back. Oh, crap. They won. And it's like, how do you let this happen? It's like, I don't even understand the reasoning behind it. Like, yes, it could be the fact that, oh, these teams are taking their foot off the gas pedal. But it also could be at the same time that, oh, maybe it's like, oh, well, the other team, they're playing like they have nothing to lose. Let's just go out there, play hard, keep playing hard and see what happens, And then it's like, oh, we're actually, starting to lead the game now. We're actually trying to make some progress. Oh, we're actually getting close now. Oh, it's a tie game now. All because one team was like, oh, we're going to take this slow. The other team was like, nah, we're going to keep playing hard just to see what happens. And I'm not saying that's the exact reason why, but I'm just saying it could be a reason why. It also doesn't help that that fucking James Harden looked like a fucking cone. Hold on. Actually, hold on. This cup. This cup. It's not a cup, but I use it to put water in my iron. Right? I use it to put water in my iron. This right here, that right there is more useful than James Harden defense down the stretch of the game. This pillow is more useful than James Harden down the stretch in the fourth. This pencil right here is more useful than James Harden in the fourth quarter. What are we doing, James? What are we doing, James? What are you cooking up? What are you cooking up? You're getting cooked on defense. Stop trying to cook on offense. You're getting cooked on defense. A 22-point lead. Y'all fail a 22-point lead. You have no one to blame but yourself. More importantly, you have James Harden. You have no one to blame but you, James Harden. James Harden. You have no one to blame but you, my good sir. My goodness. Get it right. Fix yourself. Moving on to Spurs versus Thunder. I told my grandfather this right now. I told my grandfather this yesterday during the game. The only team that can realistically measure up and beat the Thunder in a 7-game series is the Spurs. They measure up almost exactly to the Thunder. They are built in similar ways, right? They're built in a way where they have one far and away best player, but everyone else plays their role so well. And that's what the San Antonio Spurs are. They play their role so well that it's like, okay. It's like, oh, if Victor doesn't go off, we got Stephon Castle or Dylan Harper going off or some other people going off. The same thing with Shea. Shea doesn't always have to go off every single game for them to win. And you look at the roster. And like I said this last video. The Thunder have multiple people in the same archetype where you need a defensive player. Oh, you still got one defensive player. We'll have one come right back in. You need shooters. You need a shooting guard. It's like, oh, we're gonna move one out and we're gonna bring one back in. You see, and that's the same way with this San Antonio Spurs. You take out one shooter, you put another shooter back in, right? That's why I feel like they match. I feel like that's why the San Antonio Spurs have the best chance of winning against the Oklahoma City Thunder because they match it so well against each other. Now, through 2 games, it's 1-1. You know, it was a very close game. First game 1. Even though the Spurs did lead for the majority of the fourth, but the Thunder did come back to tie the game. They didn't win it, but they did come back to tie the game and then send it into double OT. And my thing is, game 1. I'm gonna talk about game 1 real quick. Victor Wembanyama from the logo pulled up like he was Curry. He said, "Curry, fuck nigga. Curry, fuck nigga." He said, "You know what? I'm Curry, boy. Stop fucking with your boy." What do you mean? This shit is 30. Like, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? He's shooting from Curry range. He did the same shot that Curry did. He's doing Curry things, man. At 7'5". We had Mike Wazuma say that Lonzo Ball was Steph Curry with a 40-inch jumper. Victor Wembanyama is Curry. At this height of 7'5", bro. Oh my goodness. And the thing is, we're seeing a similar situation to Hakeem and David Robinson. I've seen this comparison a couple of times before, and I really want to bring it up again. The whole thing is that Hakeem watched David Robinson receive the MVP in the first game of their series, the Rockets and Spurs series, on the Spurs home court. Hakeem went in with that extra motivation, came in and dominated the whole series. We're seeing the same situation with Victor. He watched Shea receive the MVP. We watched it happen, and we all know that Victor hates losing. Why would y'all do that? Y'all know this man hates losing, bro. He had 41-27. He had 27. He's had 2 double-doubles in back-to-back games, bro. He had 41-27 last game, the first game. He had 27-17 in the second game. Even though the Thunder low-key won that one, it means like it's crazy, bro. Like, what do you want me to? Like, what? We're watching a menace be born. We're not even watching a menace be born. We're watching a menace grow. My guy, like, cause he's already been born. He's been born since the age of 2, probably. I mean, ever since he's just addicted to winning. He resents not losing, and I can understand that. But like the lengths this man takes because he lost. I mean, my goodness, man. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm honestly stumped when it comes to what must be said about Victor and his hatred of losing. You know, something else, man. But Shaq. I'm gonna be honest with you. That first game, you didn't look like MVP. Second game, I guess. But I mean, we all knew that Shea is a serial flopper, my guy. I mean, this guy flops. I feel like this guy flops worse than LeBron James, Chris Paul, and James Harden. And James Harden is a massive flopper. Chris Paul is a massive flopper. LeBron James is a massive flopper. So for me to say that Shea was literally flopping every single time, bruh. Like, you have this skill set. You have this skill set to score in any way, shape, and no matter what you do, you have the abilities to do that. No matter who you're going to be against, you can go up against Victor. You have the abilities to get past him and score. So when that's your side, you have the ability to get past him and score. You have the natural ability to score on anybody that you want, anytime you want, any way you want, and he resorts to foul bait. And he resorts to foul bait. You know, it works. I hate the way you hoop, though, but it works. And I guess as long as it works, there's not much I can really say. And then they said, oh, we're going to crack down on flopping. No, the fuck y'all aren't. Y'all lying. Y'all lying like motherfucking hell. Y'all, them niggas, them motherfuckers lied to us. Come on, so, oh, we gonna crack down on flopping. We gonna crack down on flopping and this and that. No, y'all aren't. Stop lying, boy. You know y'all lying. Y'all lying, that motherfucker. Anyways, that's enough of basketball. Actually, NBA basketball. Yeah, the WNBA. This is my first. This is like the third time I talked about the Wings because they just happened to be on TV all the time. There was a Fever game on before this. I didn't watch it though because I was, washing dishes. Can't really pay attention to basketball when you washing dishes. But I did see that the Fever were on though. I did have it on in the background. It wasn't. I tried to pay attention to it, but it did. I knew that they'd win without Caitlin Clark. They had a really good game. I do know that for a fact. I didn't watch it all though, but I do know that. But the Wings and the Sky, the Wings of the Sky had a really good game. The Sky at one point were up by 11. For the most part, it was a really close game. But the Wings do win. This, like I said, this is my first time actually watching the Sky. So I do know that they did suffer a bunch of losses in free agency, and before the season, I know Haley Van Lith is gone. Angel Reese was gone. She's in Atlanta. But then they did bring in Rickea Jackson, but she is injured, which I'm very upset about because I watched Rickea and Unrivaled. I was very impressed with what she was doing, so I was very interested to see her play, to see her on national TV, because of the new stuff that WWE has with these new deals with the USA and Ion. Well, Ion doesn't continue on, but the deals with USA, Peacock, Prime, ESPN, all that. I was really excited to see Rickea on a bigger scale and more often. But that's obviously been taken from me and a bunch of other fans of not only just the Sky, not just of Rickea, but at the same time of the WNBA, who enjoy just WNBA basketball. And I do wish Rickea a speedy a speedy recovery, and I do hope that when she does come back, she comes back better than ever. I know she's watched a couple of her teammates. Her teammates go to the same 20 ACLs as she's under. Cameron Brink was had a 20 ACL. Courtney Vandersloot, I think, at one point had one. So her being on that Chicago Sky team can definitely help. Give her some pointers as well. Same with Cameron Brink. So she's got. So I do hope she's got some really good people to help her through that whole situation, and I do hope that when she comes back, she does come back better than ever, and she's able to I'm able to see her be what I saw in Unrivaled, be that not only dominant force on defense, but also be a dominant force on offense as well. So I was very impressed with Camila Cardoso. I think she had a really good game. This is my first, like I said, this is my first time watching this, guys. Like, for a lot of these teams, unless I watch them in the playoffs, this is my first time a lot of times watching these teams, because I'm just recently getting into the WNBA. I've heard about it for the longest time. I just never really took the time out to actually go and actually watch it. So for a lot of these people, it's my first time actually this is my first time watching this team. Yeah. But that was the episode. I really dragged it out with a lot of my talking, because I did have a lot of points that I wanted to talk about. But yeah, more stuff coming soon. I'm gonna try to catch some hockey games, try to catch some baseball games as well, just to add on some more stuff, because I don't want to just stick to basketball, but I am trying to expand out there. But it's not always that easy. But yeah. So until next week, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.